We do have live team coverage tonight. 9 on your side's Marcelino Benito and Valerie Cavazos have been covering this story all weekend. We begin with Marcelino, who is live at TPD's command post on the east side near Broadway and Craycroft. And Marcelino, what's the very latest on the search as it stands tonight at 5 o'clock?
Well, at 5 o'clock, Tammy, still a lot of uncertainty for this family. This little girl's face has captured nationwide attention. It's been about 42 hours since these parents last saw their daughter, and today TPD expanded the search area to a 2.5 mile to 3 mile radius. But still, after all that and all these agencies working together, still no trace of 6-year-old Isabel. What used to be a quiet shopping center in Midtown is now ground zero in the search for 6-year-old Isabel Celis.
We've used just about every resource that we could find to try and help locate Isabel.
But the investigation has hit a roadblock. Despite countless tips and a recanvass of the area, still no sign of Isabel, and the clock continues to tick.
We're still out here, so nothing that has panned out as well as we would like at this point.
9 on your side has learned Isabel's parents were questioned all night long. We asked the police chief if they've been ruled out as suspects in the disappearance.
The family has been cooperating with us. They're currently with detectives at this point, but we're not ruling out anything in this investigation. We just don't have enough definitive information to allow us to do that in either way.
But the friends and family putting together a search of their own say it's time to look elsewhere.
That's just not a possibility. If you knew this family, these two have they've been married. They've been together since they were teenagers. There's no separation going on. There's just no possible way that the family would have anything to do with this.
Just south of the command post, mothers, friends, and co-workers touched by Isabel's disappearance are doing what they can to help. Mary Littlehorn works with Isabel's mom at Tucson Medical Center.
We're all mothers. We are the closest family in the pediatric ER. We are just devastated by this. We're all putting ourselves in her shoes. She hasn't been allowed to look for her daughter.
But over 140 law enforcement officers with multiple agencies are on the lookout, along with hundreds in the community.
If you see a flyer, pass it on. If you get it on your email, your Facebook, forward it to everybody you know. It just the more we can get it out there, the bigger chance we have of getting her back.
Now, we are receiving updates from TPD every 2 hours. The next update is slated for 6 p.m. Now, this isn't the only command post for Tucson police. This has become sort of the ground zero for the search effort by community members. So if you're interested in helping out, passing out flyers, this is the place to be along Broadway and Craycroft in front of Five Guys Burgers. Please come. They need your help, and they'll be having a vigil starting tonight at 7 for anyone interested and praying for this little girl's safe return. For now, we're live in Midtown. I'm Marcelino Benito, KGUN-9 on your side.
And Marcelino, if Isabel was in fact abducted, you've got to wonder, how does someone get access to her room in the middle of the night? How do they get through that window? How do they take a little girl from her own bed? I know the police chief did not want to get into the conditions of her room today in his news conference, but I know you've spoken to family, friends, and family. Have you learned anything more about maybe how and if that may have happened?
Well, family members, and I think you heard a little bit of sound in my piece there, family members are convinced that this was a kidnapping. They say there's no history of violence or domestic violence in this family. They say this girl would not have left on her own, so they are convinced that somehow someone gained access through a window. Again, TPD hasn't released details of what the crime scene looked like, but we do know from family members that a window was pushed open, the screen was pushed aside, and when parents checked on that early that morning, she wasn't there.
That is heartbreaking to hear. All right, Marcelino, thank you.